now you want to take on this side, you want to put your nylon washer, and then put your metal washers. Like that for each one of those. Alright, now that we have washers and nylon washers, it's time to put your heat sinks back on. Which what you want to do is take your heat sink, if you can see, and when you put it up on here, you just want to start the screw on the screws in and do it and screw diagonally. Like if you do this one up here, right here, the one I'm pointing to, do the one on the opposite side of it, on the bottom side down here, and then yep, like this right here. Here we go. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna start the screw. This is where your big your big flathead comes in. Now once you get them started so they'll stay on, you wanna lightly screw them in, rotating as you do it. You want to lightly screw them in, and you want to rotate, so you want to do that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And once they get tight, once they get tight, do not tighten them anymore. You do not want to over tighten. It could ruin the motherboard. So go ahead and screw those now. Now that we have the heat sinks tight, not too tight, but tight, you wanna flip the casing back over, if you're doing it the way I'm doing. And then you want to slide your motherboard back in. You want to slide it back in. Like that right there. And now you want to plug your fan back in. Put it back in. Put your fan back in right there like that. Plug that back in. Then you want to put your wind thing back in, your little fan shield thing back in. Time to put your wind thing back in, your little blower, your little fan thing, which allows the air to go to the heat sinks. Now it's time to plug in you want to put your DVD drive back in. You want to plug that up down here. You gotta plug back in, set it back down in there like that. And then you want to plug the power button back in. Like that. And now you want to plug it up. And then it'll test it out. Now that you have it plugged in, let's turn it on and see if it works. Alright, still got the flashing red lights. So what you want to do is overheat it. You don't want to overheat both of the stuff. You want to overheat the underneath the heatsink, underneath the DVD drive. You want to overheat that part. Overheat it. See right there, I just put something to block the GPU. You just want to overheat it. Alright, you only need to overheat this side over here. And sometimes you have to overheat it till you get the 2 red lights, which means it's overheated. But on this one, I didn't have to do that. I'm gonna take it out, and you don't even have to let it cool down after you like overheat. So that's only if you do both sides. If you do the CPU and the GPU, you need to let it cool down. But if you only do the GPU, you can just start it right up. I'm gonna start it up and let's see if it works. Oh, that fixed the red ring of death. Right, now that you have your Xbox 360 console working, you're gonna need to screw your power button back on with the T8. Those small 3 ones on the power button. Just go ahead and put those on, and then when you want to put this back on like this as soon as you screw those in. The next step is putting your top piece back on. Next step is flip it over, and you want to put these screws back in the slots that you took them out from. Alright, after you put all these screws in like this, it's time to put your long ones in, which will pull the casing, pull it and hold it. Like just as when you unscrewed them, you want to put each and every one of these back in. Now screw those in. After putting those in, after tightening those down, next step is to put the button back on there.